Happy Friday. I am here for 5-Tip Friday, and today we're going to be talking about getting motivated. And I feel like I was inspired to talk about motivation because I think it's a theme for me every time around the holidays and around this time of year. I just feel like I'm not motivated, and I get a little complacent with the things that I want to do, and I kind of get out of my routine. And especially this year this year's just been so different, and we do the same thing every day, and we're not really leaving our homes. And so I think that this topic will just be really helpful for a lot of other people who have been experiencing maybe feelings of being stuck or just not motivated or not inspired. So let's get into it. The first tip to getting motivated is acceptance of your situation, which I think that is a huge piece of a lot of people's dissatisfaction with just this year and everyone's situation. You just gotta let go. We talked about letting go of control last week and kind of surrendering to your reality and surrendering to your experience and being adaptable and flexible. And I think a big part, at least for me, a hump that I have to get over is wishing that things are different, or fantasizing about things being different. I don't have the capacity or gifts to change my situation right now, or change the status of the world or the impacts of coronavirus. So I think just really realizing that wishing things would be different won't make things different, and we just have to really work on narrowing down and focusing in on the present and really accepting our situation and our reality right now. And I think that really, when you do that, a huge weight gets lifted off your shoulders. Tip number 2 is focus on your values and get inspired. So I always talk about values. If you're feeling lost or stuck or in a limbo period, always refer back to your values and let those values serve as a guide for you of where you should be focusing your attention. And then getting inspired. So, when I'm feeling a lack of motivation, or I'm not inspired, or out of my creative space, I read, I watch TED Talks, I watch motivational videos on YouTube, I watch documentaries on things that I really value, kind of referring back to the values. I think that those are all great ways that really light the spark in you. Again, at least for me, those work great. Tip number 3 is to simplify your life. I think we're all trying to do too much. I've been telling everybody, my clients included, just do less, okay? Focus on the important things. Don't get overwhelmed with too much. We just simplify, minimize, focus on a couple things at a time, and just really try to excel in those areas. I think with loading our plate up with too many things, it just is not good, and we just get overwhelmed and choice paralysis, and we just don't know which direction to go or where to even start. And so just focus on a couple little things, and clear your plate. There will be time for other things. So just simplify your life. I think that's a great tip. Tip number 4 is setting yourself up for success. I love to do this. My parents always laugh at me because when I was a kid, I would write to-do lists. I'm a big lists girl, but when I was a kid, 5 years old, I would write to-do lists, wake up, change clothes, brush teeth, change your Band-Aid, and I would write out all of these little steps, and they would be do you have to write it down to remember to wake up? But it wasn't about remembering, it was about the sense of accomplishment that I felt after I've done something and I can cross it off the list. So with this tip, really try to identify some small attainable goals. Write them down, because we're so much more likely to accomplish them when we write things down, and then cross them off when you complete it, and you get such a sense of accomplishment from that. So even if it's something as simple as making your bed or doing laundry or eating lunch, you should see my list. I write every single thing that I am supposed to do down on a list, and I just feel so great when I cross it off. And if I don't get to everything during the day, that's totally fine. I just move it to the next day. So we're trying to do less, we're trying to relax, we're trying to enjoy this time, but also stay motivated to do the things that we want to do. I think it's a very fine balance between the two. And the last tip is to celebrate your successes. No matter how big, no matter how small, if you have been wanting to do something and you get it done, you need to celebrate yourself and give yourself the gift of positive reinforcement. Buy yourself a little gift, do a little self-care night, whatever that looks like for you. I think it's really important. Or just speak kind words over yourself. Like, heck yeah, I did that. You know, really be your biggest cheerleader and celebrate your successes. It doesn't matter if it's as small as, again, cooking a meal or doing your laundry or taking your dog on a walk. Like, really celebrate the things that you intend to do and that you ended up doing. And then another piece of that piece is just acknowledging your growth. And I think we all have, even if it doesn't feel like it, we've all made huge strides of growth this year, just with all of the hardships and challenges that we've been faced. So just acknowledge that, you know, growth doesn't always feel great. It usually never feels great because it's the unknown and you're in new territory and it's just a lot. So I think acknowledging the growth that you've made this year is a huge piece of celebrating your successes. So hopefully those 5 tips helped you feel a little bit more motivated, and let us know if you try them out. Let us know if you like them. We love you guys. Hang in there. Happy holidays. We are almost to the new year, so let's try to finish this month out strong. Mwah. Love you guys.